The community of Westbury in Johannesburg has come under heavy criticism following a violent incident earlier this week in which residents attacked police officers during an attempted arrest of a community member during a routine stop-and-search operation. We're there because we're also looking at some of the deeper issues plaguing the area, from long-standing social challenges to persistent crime. And our Ziniko Mhlaba is live for us from Westbury. Ziniko, you've been chatting this morning to a number of stakeholders. You spoke to a local councillor earlier who's talking about the systemic issues that lead to what we see playing out in the community today. What else have you learned?
Well, Imani, we are also hearing the fact that, well, when it comes to crime issues, these are not recent patterns or recent, acts that have been experienced by this particular community. It's long-standing, crime issues, which law enforcement, according to some of the local people we've been speaking to, they failed to really address. But also, we are now joined by, a young person, someone who was born and bred here in Westbury, just to get a sense of how this issue has been a problem and how it has been affecting young people, especially from an early age, and the fact that we are still talking about crime challenges here in the Westbury community. I'm joined now by Tanya. Tanya, thank you very much for joining us. You are telling me off camera that you were born and bred in Westbury. Talk to us about some of your experiences when you were still young, being born in this community, and how you managed to survive up until today. But the issue you were faced with at that time still exists. How do you feel about that?
Thank you for having me. So, as a young person growing up in Westbury, it wasn't as it is right now. Right now it's very challenging. So at that time, it was safe for me as a child because I could play outside, I could go and visit my friends, I could just go and play, Right now, the challenges that I am facing, in the depths of gangsterism, the shooting and so onwards, it's things that I can't even bear because the things that is going on right now in these communities it's unbearable.
I mean, what conversations are young people having? Because we are hearing that young people are also involved in these gangsterism that are taking place. But what do you think are the conversations that are taking place? What's frustrating them? But what can be done to really address this issue of gangsterism and crime in this area? Also understand that there are other elements that are brought in as well.
Well, as the youngsters of today, the conversations that they are having is, number one, job opportunities that would keep them away from gangsterism, shootings, and, because in this time in life, people don't understand the depths of life that we are in right now, because it is a dark cloud over our communities right now. So if there can be job opportunities for our youngsters, and just to put them in trainings, programs and things like that, that they would uplift themselves, and just educate themselves, that would be 100% very, very, very amazing for them.
There's a challenge of trust between police and community members. How can that be fixed? Why are people not trusting the police? Because the way our police are patrolling here, but it seems as if that's not enough. What are the challenges?
So as a community, I wouldn't go still deep into that, because I haven't found myself in a position, as an adult right now, because the community, as say, they say, they feel that the police are working with the people that are handing the guns to the gangsterisms, seeing is believing. I can't go about, just by hearing and not seeing, because at the end of the day, we are a community and we are South Africans, we should love as one, but today it's just animosity, division, amongst the community and police You know, they would always also speak stuff that I wouldn't give my ears a word to, you know. So for me, I can say that I wouldn't just say stuff. Or I wouldn't say stuff because I don't know. I wasn't in that position once.
Okay, Tanya, thank you very much. Let me release you. I understand you've got a program to run. Thank you very much for your time now.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, thank you. That's Tanya, they're one of the young activists here and in Westbury. She grew up here, but also giving us some insights in terms of the relations between police and the community members as well, giving us some hints that there might be that idea or perception that police are in cohorts with some of the people who are behind the drug dealings in these particular communities, but also saying that things have gotten worse from her time as a young person in Westbury to how things are now. So we'll continue having these conversations with residents, and hopefully later on we will speak to the authorities in terms of these reflections that people on the ground have been giving us.